The music that people think I listen to. But actually, this is what I listen to. For today's design sprint, I'm pretending that I'm doing a collab as myself, as a freelance graphic designer, with the band Northlane. I was inspired to try to do a shirt collab. I really like their merch, and I feel like it would be a good challenge for me because my style is girly and far from a metal style, so I think it will be really cool to challenge myself to try to do something that is inspired by them to look like it would fit in their line, but is a collab with myself and them. So that is going to be the challenge today. I'm going to have 30 minutes to do this, and we're going to see what we come up with. All right, the timer is going. I have 30 minutes for this design sprint challenge. So these are the pieces that I have saved that I want to use for inspiration for myself. I will just briefly talk about these, but once the timer starts going, we got to start going, and here we go. I have pulled, there's like 3 of them here, and even like the one that I'm wearing today has that like simple graphic style, but yet it has intricate details still. A couple of them are just playing with black and white. A couple of them have some color, like this one and then the first one. But I really like with these, I think that this style is, I'm drawn to it personally. I like the style, but I like that it's eye-catching, it's simple, but there's still like details in it. And in this one, in this first one, and actually this one too, I'm like a floral girly, and I love adding flowers to everything, and I love when these metal bands have flowers and they just make them look badass. So I think I'm like, I want to make a flower today in the mix. I think that'd be good for like a collab. And then also, again, like you kind of see these different fonts here, this different typography. And like even with this, it's like it's simple, but yet there's so much meaning, and I'm all for that. I feel like, especially with band merch, since it's related to their songs, it's like there's so much meaning, and I dig that. I love designing with purpose. And so you'll see that here. Even this, it's like, it's so simple, but yet how the dagger interacts with the L and the typography, how it's, you know, crushing through, like it has so much meaning. And then even this one, World Leaders, like I love this. This is, again, one of their songs, and it's so cool. I don't know. The snake just taking a nibble into the earth, you know? Who doesn't love that? And then just a few other like classic, like kind of faded, worn look. I love that as well. And then their current album. And then this one I pulled because I wanted to touch on the fact that like I love when there's like the details on the sleeves. I think that that's so cool. That's like very common amongst the metal merch, but I think it's really cool. Interesting font, but still like simple. So I dig that. And then here I pulled this one. They're so good at having their typography like rounded. I'm the worst at that. I try it and I hate it and I delete it. But maybe today I try it and it works. I don't know. But so I was digging this. It was kind of a little bit different. Oh, and also I pulled this because I like that it has like a lyric. And I think that maybe I want to try to do that today, potentially, pull in a lyric. So I think, I might change my mind on this, but as of now, I think I want my design to maybe be most inspired by their latest album instead of like them as a collective. Like I think I want to maybe try to make it work with their current album design. So, you know, maybe we'll pull in these colors, you know, we'll see. I'm going to at least start there for this challenge. So I pulled a couple fonts. Sorry, I didn't record it. It was so quick though. I swear it wasn't cheating. I just pulled up, oh my God, defont.com and just like grabbed a couple. I was trying to find metal grungy fonts. So let me pull up what I found. Metal Lord, which I dig this one. Metal Mania and Metal Storm. And let's see, I don't think I really wanted to find that classic like metal font. I did not find that on Defont, but also it was such a quick look. I don't think that I have a font like that already saved, but let me just browse really quick what we got going on. Wait. This was the font that I really wanted to use in the last video, but I was like, because it's so unique, but then I was like, but it wasn't the time. Is today the time? Is today the time for this font? Maybe. Okay. we have to just trust our guts. So I didn't find a classic grungy font, and you know, that's okay, because this is a collab. These are probably more in between my style and them, so maybe this is for the best anyways. So let me just kind of get a sense. I'm digging this one. I really do like this font. Like, I like how the letters interact with each other. I like the harsh edges. I like that they're, you know, like the A being kind of like tilted. Like, I think this font, I'm digging this. This one I like, but I think I like this one more. So you stay over there. This one also like, but also don't love. This one I kind of just love, you guys. When else would I use this? I think maybe I kind of don't like the E. Maybe we'll adjust the E. Okay, we gotta just trust our guts and we gotta just go for it. I wish that I could play you their music and we could just be jamming together right now. But obviously copyright issues. So I can't, but if you haven't listened to Northlane and you do like metal, go check them out. They're awesome. And I'll just read you the one line that I think I'm gonna pull from their song, Mirror's Edge, that maybe I could utilize on the shirt design. But the line is, "Pieces of me, they cast a different shadow." So I think it sounds pretty interesting, you know? So, okay, this is not the font. This is not the font to have a whole friggin' sentence. No. I really don't like those E's. Okay, maybe for the name, but not for this, you know? You know what I mean? What if we, okay, this probably isn't gonna work either. Like, I'm like, what if I make these two work together? We're getting crazy. We're getting wild and crazy. What font? I didn't think of a secondary font. I did not think. They do have just like sans serifs, so I could, if I do use a line of text in the shirt, I could just use a sans serif. This kind of has that faded look already in the font, so maybe this could be interesting. It's very rounded though, so I'm kind of debating how I feel about that. But that could be interesting because I do like that faded look. I'm looking at the clock. I have 21 minutes. Oh my god. Okay, so also, okay, so pieces of me, they cast a different shadow. It kind of makes me think that I want to play with a style. Let me just like do like a rough, like, okay, so I want to do a flower, and I want to maybe, oh, that's not a straight line at all. So I'm like, and then it, so many words. Okay, so I want to do a flower, but then also I'm like kind of thinking of the meaning of this, and also like Mirror's Edge and mirrors, and I'm just kind of thinking even their current album, how it kind of has all the different angles and edges and stuff. But again, I think I'm more this design style, more of that like flat graphic. But then I'm kind of thinking, I'm like, what if I do like, okay, bear with me, this is like rough sketches. Like, what if we do like a rose, and one side looks like one thing, and then maybe like the other side is more like angled, and like I feel like I gotta like look at a rose, like a harsher edged rose. What are rose leaves? You know, maybe more, again, like the side needs to be, I think the side needs to be a lot more sharper of an edge, and then maybe like the side is, you know, rounded. I think I also can't be afraid to use my design style. I feel like in my head I'm like, it's so different that I'm trying to steer away from it, but that's not the point of this. It needs to be a collaboration. So I kind of like this idea of if we play with like what a mirror would be, like you look in and you see something different kind of a sense. So it's like one side is like my style, and then one side is more of like a harsher, like a rougher edge. I just gotta do. We have 19 minutes. I just gotta go. I just gotta go for it. I'm like looking at these two fonts. I really do like this font, but I also really like this font. But then I hate this E. The more I look at it, ugh. So I'm like, okay, this might be crazy. This might be absolutely bonkers. No. Oh yeah. What if the word north is one font and lane is another font, to go with the mirror, to go with the reflection, to go with the two things? Yes, this is it. Done. And then best of both worlds, get that freaking E out of here. That gross ass E. Bye. Okay. We're committing. Okay, this is our font. And now I just have to actually make the graphic. I sketched the rose like this, but I don't want it to look so much like this. So I'm kind of brainstorming like how I want to make the rose, which I kind of have given myself maybe like this is our dividing line of where the change happens. The reflection, a little sketch. I feel like I need to like look at a rose. And then we'll play with color after. So I feel like my style is also like a flat but kind of detailed look. So I like want this rose to feel 3D, but I think it's gonna kind of just be flat. Also, roses are so intricate, which I do like that. It's like they're so delicate. I think I'm doing a terrible job. I'm looking at like 4 different rose pictures. I just Googled roses, and so I'm like trying to get the angle of way too many different roses. Okay, let me just pick one to use as my reference. Also, I used to only make my digital art with the pen tool. And once I got the iPad, I have started using Procreate and drawing with like a pencil and doing my digital art there. So I feel so rusty drawing with the pen tool, which is crazy because that is like all that I did for like, I don't know, 9 years. Which is just absolutely wild to me. So yeah, sorry if I'm a little rusty. I haven't pen tool drawn in a while. So I'm just stacking up a bunch of, and this also probably isn't the best way to do this, but I swear whenever I use the, like, actually use the layer tool for like stuff like this, and I just get it gets too much for me. But it also probably looks crazy that I'm not using it. These are all on one layer and they're stacking together. I'm just gonna make sure that they're in the appropriate layer. Does that even make sense? I feel like I'm not even making sense anymore. 14 minutes. But then I also don't want the rose to be too like perfectly symmetrical, because that's not how they are. Let me pull, I said I wasn't going to do color yet, but I think that this will help me a little bit more if I can see the layers if I can see the color. Okay, so we're going to get that red. Also, again, I'm making it look like this latest album, so I'm going to pull some colors here. I probably should just pull this album art over to my other artboard. So we still have the red, we have some blue, we got a little bit of yellow. I definitely still want to get like black in there though, maybe some gray, see if I can kind of mix in. This is a lot of colors. See if I can mix in all this. But yeah, I think we got to get that pink in there. And yeah, I don't know, that's kind of wild. That feels wild. Okay, let's go back. Okay. This is wild. Hold on. Trust the process. Trust the process. Okay, so this is gonna be that's gonna be our little center. I'm gonna make this. Okay, so I'm pulling off the same shape and then I'm just using the eraser tool to then just add like an organic shape to be my shadow. So then I hold down shift and pull back so it's perfectly lined up to the edges, and then I'm just gonna make that red again. So I'm just gonna do a series of that to kind of add in the dimensions here and differentiate the shapes. So again, pulled it off, just kind of making an organic cut, holding shift and pulling it back over. Let's see, I think I had this one. I guess I didn't want this one to be too sharp of edges, so I'm gonna soften that a bit. I think I want this to be all the way in the very back, and then this one I think actually I will use instead. Organic. Oh, okay, this was, okay, okay, I'm copying this because I accidentally didn't copy it and I just cut into my original shape, but I have the copied one there. I saved that. Let me throw that in the back, throw that in the back. Okay, and then I think I'll add one here. It doesn't, does it feel like a rose? I feel like I need more. Which I guess if it feels not totally like a rose, that's okay too. What if I made... This is a hard thing. I really do like roses. It is one of my favorite flowers. And all my years of trying to make a vector rose, I feel like it's always so bittersweet because they're so detailed that I want it to feel like real, like the leaf, like not too just like a graphic rose. That doesn't make sense. I have 10 minutes left. Like like I want it to feel like it looks like a real rose, like not just like a clip art rose. But then when I do that, then I'm torn with that mix of too much detail or not enough detail. But then also, so I don't know, it's something I've always kind of struggled to get right. But you know, design challenges, we can't think, so I have to just do. And I have 9 minutes left. Are you fucking kidding me? Okay. So then, okay, so I'm just saying this is my side. If I need to make adjustments, I will make them. And then I'm gonna get like a little leaf in here. I feel like their greens were like pretty dark greens. Okay, just to add a little something. Okay, but then their roses, they do good at keeping it flat, but also giving it dimension. And then this rose over here, because I want this to look like their style. Maybe I just need to utilize their leaf. I'm gonna bring this over here. Like that leaf style to look more like it's theirs. More of that collab, that mix. See, like look at their roses are cool. They have their shadow is like a black, white, and red. Okay, you guys, I'm overthinking it. 7 minutes? Oh my god. Okay, I think I want this to look more like this, have to be more of like the bud, but I kind of have this like this is the center, so I think this might look kind of dumb. Don't think, just do. Don't think, just do. You guys, I also want this to be cool, and I just feel like I need more time, you know? But hey, we're doing it. Challenges are good for a reason. Maybe this will just inspire me to just work on a merch idea without a timer. I also want this to be sharper edges, but now I feel like so far I've made very round edges. But I think I want to utilize, so their shadows here are, okay, I've copied the shape and then I'm going to use the Pathfinder tool to cut away the extra shape. So then this gave me, instead of my organic line that I was drawing on my half, then that gives me like the perfect shade. You guys, I can't, 6 minutes, I can't even talk. I want to like tell you guys what I'm doing. I can't even anymore. She gone. Okay, let's just keep. Oh, that's actually kind of interesting. How those cut. It does not even look like a rose yet, but now I'm just being like, what have I been doing this whole time? Like, what have I been doing for 30 minutes? Okay, I kind of like the, like, negative space in between. I think I gotta roll with that. It's speaking to me. I kind of like to, I'm trying to match more of their graphic style, but then I feel like this kind of breaks up the rows a little bit more, which helps with the two sides more. Does that even look like a rose? Does it need to be more? Oh god, I have 4 minutes. You guys, I feel like mentally I have given up. I feel like when I saw I had 9 minutes, I was like, well, I'm failing this one. You guys, that's bad. That is so bad. Don't do that. Okay, I want to make their, I have to work quick. I want to embrace their leaf style. It's really cool. I really dig this one. Okay, let's see if I can. Copy these over, flip them. Okay, I'm also dividing those shapes again so then I can delete easily the extras that go off the edge. So that works. Let's see, let's ungroup those. I'm gonna grab all of the black edges. Let's see if I can. Oh, I grabbed. Nope, nope, it's not the play. It's not the play. We got 2 minutes and 52 seconds. Okay, throw this in the back. I haven't even like played with the font. You guys, literally what happened? Where has the time gone? What has happened? Oh my god. Okay, okay. What if we throw in a harsher shape to be a little shadow action? Okay, it's feeling rosy. It's feeling rose-esque. Get that out of there. Oh, okay. Oh, I had hopes that I was gonna mock this up for you guys. Use the new Illustrator mocking tool. I can't even talk. Okay. 1 minute. Don't waste it. Don't waste it. Okay, let me think. I feel like for my art style, I want to spend more time on my half of the rose. I feel like it's not, it needs a little more love. This one I feel like is coming together a little bit more. So now I'm wondering if instead of having them side by side, can I like intertwine them with the font a little bit? You know, we have these harsh edges, so I'm like, maybe I emphasize those, maybe I'll create outline. Let's ungroup this. Can I I'm like, let me just flip this E and then have those even. Like, that's kind of weird, but I kind of like it, you know, it's kind of interesting. Maybe that one, maybe it's kind of, this one feels kind of large. I was trying to have it match up with the other one, but now that we've separated them. Okay. Ah, oh my god, not the grid again. Not the freaking grid. Not the grid. Okay. Interesting. Okay, it's something. It's not what I expected going into it, but it's something, and we're working through it. Okay. I kind of still need I want the font to maybe still be black. I was gonna play with like the other colors, but I'm just like, maybe I don't got time for that. You guys, my timer's done. My timer's done. That was 30 minutes. I don't know what the hell I was doing. Failed the challenge because I did not complete my design. However, I feel like we're cooking a little bit now. So I'm going to just give myself, I don't know, a little bit longer to just like put this on a shirt and mock it up. But it is what it is. And yeah, so I'm just going to wrap this up. So we're going to bring that over here. So I have a black shirt, but I wanted the font to be black. But that can't be. Could make it red. I kind of wish that this font was a little more of that like faded distress look a bit. It is kind of interesting. I don't know. Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. But like, okay, so ideally, I would like to spend more time on my rose to make that look more rose-like, maybe add a little more detail. However, the state that it's in now feels very abstract, but it's kind of interesting how it fades into the end pretty well. But then also this whole style, like drawing more inspiration from their previous design. Like I like how this is coming together. I like the contrast of the black as the shadow instead of like a darker red. I like how that's coming together, and even like the kind of highlights of just like the gray. Like I think that that's kind of interesting. I kind of like the backwards E. It's kind of random, but it kind of fits more with how the N and the E connect with the roses. I still like the concept of how we're trying to have two different roses to feel like you're looking in a mirror and you kind of maybe you see something different. I still like that concept. The execution, I needed longer. I really also liked mixing North and Lane, like the two fonts. I liked how those came together. But yeah, I'm almost like maybe, you know, there would be a couple. We talked about how I like the details on the arm. So maybe there's like a couple little roses. I almost want to like put this one over here, but I'm like, this one looks dumb as hell. I guess it's okay. I mean, all right, well, that's it. I failed the challenge, first off. So we just accept that. I like the concept. I like where this was going. I think with more time, we could flush this idea out. Overall, I think that this was a really cool challenge for me to think about. It was definitely something out of my comfort zone. It's something I want to maybe try some more design matchups, you know, practice using a different design style than I'm used to doing. Again, I feel so rusty with the pen tool, so maybe I need to use the pen tool some more, dive back into some vector art. But yeah, so I feel indifferent. Let me know how you feel in the comments. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next design challenge. Bye.